I wish everything was simple. I wish all I had to do
Carys had been out of treatment probably about a year. She was first diagnosed in 2020. By mid-2021, she was doing pretty well, and I did to her in roughly March 2022. So that time, treatment was over. We were looking forward to the next X many years of our life, moving on from cancer. And so it was initially sort of confirmed roughly this time last year, November last year, that yes, the leukemia is back. They'd found sort of cells in her spinal fluid. Luckily, caught it very early, and I guess that's why we do the monthly blood tests to make sure. But it was caught very early, but the treatment still was going to be the treatment. So I think that night, after confirming that the leukemia is back, she began chemo again that night.
I think in my case it was more shock, and it culminated on Halloween of 2023, where we were called into the hospital just to have a day of testing. And it was Halloween, we had to get home for trick-or-treating, and my daughter was absolutely desperate. She had her costume out, her friends were texting, their mothers were contacting me, and she was literally pulling her shoes on and yelling at me to leave when the doctor grabbed me by the elbow and said, "We've found some cells." And then I had to walk out and take her trick-or-treating. I think, you do go into shock. And then it was only really by the time trick-or-treating was finished and we were back at home that I realised that what we were dealing with,
Carys was doing very well off treatment, seeing her monthly, really no apparent problems. During that time, we monitor their blood test, and what we're looking for is any early signs of leukemia coming back. And just out of the blue, one day, her blood test turned abnormal. And we knew straight away that the disease was coming back. The treatment after relapse is much more intensive, much more dangerous, causing even more side effects in normal tissues in the body. And, not all kids that have relapsed with ALL will need a bone marrow transplant, but her genetic type at the point of relapse definitely indicated that.
So I got involved with Tour de Cure 4 years ago now, just as a bike rider who came there with a story and a reason to join Tour de Cure and help fundraise. But one of the things I love about Tour de Cure is there's always new people to meet. There's always people there that are there with their own story, their own reason. And you never meet a group of people that are more passionate about cancer research and cancer fundraising. But great to know that so much money is being raised for research, and it is really making a difference, as their own story can attest to now, that Tour de Cure's support and funding over the years of one of Carys's main oncologists has led directly to her treatment. So there's a direct connection for us there.
Our partnership with Tour de Cure goes back, I think, nearly 20 years. Tour de Cure's fitted into that breach between invention and application or implementation. Absolutely vital. We couldn't have done all the application work, the implementation work and the discovery work without them.
What you're looking at here is what we refer to as Magic Day, which is the culmination of what's been a long process to evaluate over 600 applications for cancer research. Today, we are making calls out to researchers all over Australia to fund over 124 different projects, basically all geared towards curing cancer and changing lives. We're delighted to have the support of our volunteers, our corporate sponsors that make this all very possible.
Wow.
Yeah.
This might be someone that helped our daughter.
We need to let you know today that your $10,000 PhD grant you put through Tour de Cure was successful, and we're going to be funding you.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
Your project will receive full funding from us this year.
So I'd like to tell you that you've had 100% success in your application with us, and you will be receiving $10,000.
We're here today because they've asked us to come in for Magic Day.
So Magic Day is the day Tour de Cure announced their grants, and very happy to say that you've been successful in your grant application this year of $200,000. So it's a surprise to us as well.
Well, that is fantastic news, and I'm always overwhelmed when I guess it's my peers and the funding organisation think that what we're doing is worthwhile. It's just, that's just marvellous news. You held that one back.
We tricked you, but you're getting 100% of your funding as well.
Which is fantastic, yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Wow, that is a magic day. Now I get it.
Yeah, it's a magic day. Yes. But no, and thank you again for it's been years now, obviously working with you and Carys. So again, thank you, and personally very happy that involvement with TdC has allowed us to help with this. And
well, I always tell all the parents, you are the guys that have done the hard work, not me. Yeah, you're my heroes. So don't ever forget that. I wish in my career that we didn't have to do all these things, and that's a lot of our research work is directed at coming up with better treatments that are going to basically obviate the need to give these terribly corrosive chemotherapies.
Well, she's been at school the last few weeks, and she's there part-time and full-time some days, and yeah, she's just really come back to life. And she's also discovered a love of horses and horse riding. And I take her out to Malabar once a week to ride, and yeah, suddenly she's trotting and cantering, and she's complaining that her legs are sore from horses, not from cancer.
I might meet you in a while. Until then, it's a simple